Our technical focus is actually going to be totally different on the overhead as on the serve. Serve, as we went through, there's so many great positions you have on the serve. It was really just about finding a different path to swing on. With the overhead, what's happening is there's kind of two variations of what I view as kind of the same problem, and that is tremendous unnatural deceleration. Another way of saying that is just a lot of tension. There's just a lot of tightening up, and that presents itself in two different ways. Way number one is your arm literally just kind of hitting the brakes and getting stuck in this kind of upward position. And so, like, this is a great position. Your initial setup position is good enough. We can improve it a little bit. But contact here is maybe a little bit behind you. And you end up just kind of twisting your arm and everything gets stuck. Another way that it presents itself is everything gets locked down in this kind of way. And you're making contact and everything just kind of shoves, like your arm kind of freezes in one big chunk and everything just kind of goes out towards your target, just in a very rigid kind of pushing motion.
Yeah, it's not a relaxed motion.
No, definitely, right. That would be another way of saying it, right. There's a tremendous amount of tension there. And so I kind of see those two patterns over and over. Either your arm getting stuck and just kind of like stopping and hitting a brick wall, or the frozen kind of guide through the ball out towards your target. So contrasting that with Kevin, through contact, it's very much like a serve in that he's releasing the racket head, his body's blocking it here a bit. And then his body, his shoulder, his arm are free to just loosely come across his body over to the left side. And so I haven't seen you hit one overhead yet where you finished in this position, and that's because everything is freezing up around the point of contact. So here we can see that release. So just like the serve, like this is a great direction to release on an overhead because we're close to the net and we can hit right at the court and we want to drive it through the other side of the court. So this is exactly what we want on an overhead. We just need to get you to loosen up and relax and allow your arm to smoothly release. Make sense?
Yes.
All right, let's do some. Scott, come on up a couple steps from the net, please. And I'd love to see some smooth shadow swings with an emphasis on allowing your body to lead your arm over to the left side, over to your left hip. And so the position that I want to see you finish in is just the same as what we saw with Kevin, which was his right hand right next to his left hip and the tip of the racket pointing back towards the back curtain. Yep. Go ahead and just work your way through that motion. That speed is great. Keep that speed. I want you to really narrow your focus on looseness from your right shoulder all the way down through your right hand, especially at the point of contact, and then out from there. I want you to just feel like your arm is just dangling from your shoulder through the point of contact and then across to your left side. Great. Just last couple. All right, great. And now I'd love to see you start from this position. On an overhead, normally we wouldn't draw, you've basically been doing serves, which is fine. Everything is really the same from here forward. And so now I'd love to see you start from a ready position, go right to basically your trophy pose position, and then swing and follow through with that emphasis on looseness from there. So ready position, preparation, turn, and across to your left side. Great, great. And go ahead and add a little bit of acceleration to it now. The ready position, hands straight up. Yep. That's it. We've asked you to do a lot of thinking today. Probably most thinking you've done in quite a while in a single day. Great, 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 great. Excellent, excellent. That's what I want to see. Both hands up. Accelerate and relax. Good, good. All right, so here's your original hits. I just want you to watch kind of how the flow of your arm and your shoulder. Mm-hmm. How everything's just kind of freezing and pushing through, or even stopping. And now these are the reps you were just doing. Let's watch the contrast here.
Yeah, massive.
So your body is just moving smoothly and freely now, and that's really the main thing. The more you inhibit the racket's movement and your body's movement, the less efficient everything is, the more tense and inconsistent everything is. And so this is what we want to see from now on, on your overhead.
Okay.
Great. Now here's the ball. I'd love for you to do 2 shadow swings just the way you just did. And then after your second shadow swing, I'd like for you to go to this position, toss yourself the ball, and then finish with that same loose across to the, yeah. Do it again. So shadow swings first, and then across to your left side. Good job, good job. 1 shadow swing, then go ahead and hit. As loose as possible from the shoulder down. Little bit of deceleration there. Just let it go, let it go. Better, 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 better. Here's your second to last hit. Looks good, right?
Yep. Not bad.
You might be harder on yourself than I am on myself.
I can be very hard on myself.
All right, so I'd love to see you do 2 shadow swings, then go ahead and toss to yourself. And then if it's a smooth one, then Kevin will feed to you. If you put on the brakes, I think that's a great way of saying it, then we'll go back to shadow swings and I'll hand you another ball. Does that make sense? So we're looking to graduate from shadow to self-toss to Kevin's. At least 2 shadows. And self-toss whenever you're ready. That's nice, Scott. And then feed. All right, good, good, good. Good. All right, good. Way to commit to staying relaxed. Nice job, nice job. Not an easy shot. Let's take a look. I want you to know what's going on. The self-toss ones are looking great. Those are really smooth. There's still a little bit creeping in when Kevin feeds to you. Okay. It's nothing like where we started.
Right.
So here's your self-toss. Those are looking really smooth and relaxed.
Yeah, that's right.
It's pretty good. Like we're nitpicking a little bit. There's just a little bit of jerkiness there, but it's good.
It's a lot.
Oh, it's a million times better. Yeah. We're on the right track.
Yep.
It's just a process now of working through it.
Yes.
Last set. Three feeds, please. Better, better. Loosen it up more, let it go. All right, pretty good, pretty good, pretty good. Nice job. So you see the process here.
Yes.
Shadow swings, no problem. Self-tosses took a little bit of time, but now no problem. And so it's just a matter of slowly increasing, expanding your ability to stay loose with a little bit more challenge. After this, we would push Kevin back to no man's land and then back behind the baseline. As distance and depth and height increases, I know that you'll probably revert back to a little bit more tension. So it's just a matter of managing it and putting in the reps. But we're on the right track.
Yeah, I understand it.
Good.
It's going to work.
Any questions?
Yes, sir. Not now.
Nice job.
Good
Nice
job.
job. Nice job.
Good job.
Good work today. It's hard work.
It's strenuous.
It is.